Is this studio allergic to money? MCU Film News. Marvel Studios is looking for a writer who can expertly balance comedy and drama. So far, so good. You know what we need? Comedy is a classic, it's a staple here at this company. And drama is kind of missing, but it's kind of what's needed, especially in an X-Men. An X-Men is a soap opera. They have all these mutants. Oh, they're under oppression. Hey, there's these complex things about this mutant who has the power to touch. But there's the issue of love and intimacy. Whoa, can we touch? Can I not touch? Is beauty, is it skin deep? Is emotions? All that stuff, right? We need some dramatic, skilled talent. Good job. That's what should be on these job listings. Focus on the female characters. If there's more than just, why are we doing this again? How do we keep finding ourselves back in this conversation? Male, female, and then there's fucking idiots right now at this moment looking at me going, oh, you see that anti-women type of person who just got upset on YouTube? Look at that bigot. He's so uninclusionary because he got upset because of that line. And what, he got a problem with women? And we get to a place where we don't get to a good movie. It's very unfortunate. I think, let's talk about women inclusion as if it's year 2008. We had an Elektra movie, but the majority of the superhero films there hasn't been a Wonder Woman film. Majority of it was male. Catwoman, blah. Captain or Supergirl, blah. So as we go on, as Marvel progresses, Kevin Feige's fighting, I need a woman's movie. And for every new movie that comes out where the lead is male or it's an ensemble cast with male leads, the need for one grows. So when Captain Marvel happens in year 2019, boom, what an appropriate time. It was due. Good job. And a Black Widow film came out. It was too late, but regardless, a Black Widow, a woman-led film came out maybe 2 years after that. Boom. Success. There's some representation of women who are underrepresented in this field, even though the field is a boys' field. And that needs to be understood. If you have a problem with that, seek help. The superhero genre is boys. The Disney princesses is girls. We get an Eternals movie, which was an ensemble cast, but Gemma Chan was the lead. And is there another woman's? Oh, well, we could talk about the TV shows. WandaVision. We could talk about what's Kate Bishop, Jeremy Renner, Kate Bishop. We can talk about an Ironheart series coming out, an Agatha coming out. Is there another female lead? She-Hulk. Okay. So there's some female inclusion in there that no longer are you, Kevin Feige, viewed as or your studio is viewed as this place that isn't focusing on women because of movies that have come out. Captain Marvel sequel, it was led by Brie Larson again. Because of all of these movies, not to mention the boys' movies, the ones where male leads, you've got female inclusion in there. Thor had Jane Foster Thor also in that movie. There's enough times where a woman would appear and you go, okay, well, he's not trying to like take a dump on them, right? So he isn't an exclusionary person. Understood. Fine. All right, here we go. Now it's time for the X-Men. Focus on the female characters. When I think about the X-Men, I think of Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto. I think about Scott Summers. I think about Wolverine also. They're very important characters. Beast is up there also. On the women's side, I can register if it's Jean Grey, Storm, Rogue. There are some high-profile women. I just don't know how, with this quote, focus on the female characters. Plural, so more than one. I can't look at this any other way than, bro, what are you going to do with Cyclops then? Because of the history, the pattern that they've shown me. Focus on the female characters? How about, not focus. Focus is a very strong word. Focus makes it seem like that's who it's going to be mainly, like the movie's going to be about them. You can do an X-Men movie focusing on female characters. It is possible to do so. It's just not... Jean Grey, I'd rather watch a movie about Scott Summers. I also would rather watch a movie about Wolverine over Rogue. I would love Storm, but when it says focus on the female characters, they're talking about white women, obviously. If you don't think that, if you're pretending otherwise, and that female characters includes black women, you know nothing about history. Focus on the female character. They would have said black women if they were going to do it with Storm, but that's not what their intention is. Hey, if Storm is the lead of the movie, Chumong, we're not complaining once. Hey, white people who work at that studio, if Aurora Monroe is the number one on the cast at the end of the movie credits because she's been in so many scenes and we saw the movie through her perspective, I'm going to shut up. That's right. Representation based on skin tone, more so than when it comes to sex. That's sex. What's that battle? A person from the female sex can have a male child, have all 5 male children, and there goes that. But the oppression based off of skin tone needs addressing, and it's generational. They're very different battles that we need to be having conquered over there in the representation field that you, Kevin, control. The third on the list is they want to introduce new characters. Then, with the addition of that, focus on female characters, introduce new characters, then you can couple and say, okay, well then, someone's taken a hit. Cyclops, Beast, Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine. You can't focus on female characters, introduce new characters, but also expect me to believe that we're going to get a good showing from the main characters of X-Men who are male. I wish that focus on the female character wasn't part of it. Or I wish focus on Cyclops knows how to write a blind person, or has history with Canadian lingo, or is cultured in, because that's for Wolverine, for Cyclops, has history with CGI for the Beast, for Hank McCoy's character. I wish that was a criteria. Focus on the female characters. All right. I just see it as you're gonna, for the sake of this virtuous thing you think that women are, that simply having them on screen is this, you get points for that. I think that it's costing this movie franchise. It's gonna cost them with this movie. Thankfully, Deadpool and Wolverine is happening. How come Deadpool and Wolverine get to be a male's movie? Deadpool and Wolverine, 2 dudes, number 1, number 2 on the casting. It's gonna, and I think maybe Cassandra Nova's in there. There's probably gonna be like meaningless females all over, just so that they get the heebie-jeebies if there's too many men. So we got a woman here, woman there, background woman. Yeah, representation. That's probably how they think. They want to introduce new characters, ones that have been in live action before, that haven't been in live action before, alongside the main ones we all know. I bet that's like the pacifier. That's the chill guys you see, along with the ones we already know. Okay. It's very hurtful that I have to like support or care about the superhero genre and have a YouTube channel about it, and then foresee these mistakes that they're announcing or making. It's not too late to change your minds. I can only imagine what the retort to a video like this is. Oh, Chillmonger doesn't like women, bro. It's what's come. I don't make this video in 2015. I didn't have a channel. I don't make this in 2014. I don't say these things. I go, oh yeah, female. Okay, yeah, because we've been having so many male movies. Here comes a female. I'm looking at it like after what I seen with Thor: Love and Thunder. There was the villain, Gord the God Butcher. Less of him, just so we could feature Jane. Their empowerment of women is coming at the expense of men. And it's kind of hurting the brand. Moon Knight. We getting scenes of Moon Knight that are being taken to the Scarlet Scarab. Where is she even, huh? You guys are not an anti-women's corporation. Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel got 6 episodes. She's a female in the lead. No one's looking at you guys like you're not doing enough women stuff. Do the best X-Men movie, and that would include Jean Grey, Storm, and Rogue, and Kitty Pryde, or Emma Frost. That would include those 5 women I just mentioned. It would. It just wouldn't be focused on the women character. It would be focused on the X-Men story. Hey, it can still be a woman's movie. Doesn't mean a bad movie at all. It can still be a great movie. It's just a unneeded handicap I think that they're going to take. And so expect a movie that is focused on female character, white women. It should have said focus on white women because we know what that means. Shout out to Storm Aurora Monroe, who is not going to be the number 1 on the casting, with a focus on female characters. Prove me wrong, Kevin. You fucking idiot.